So we are going to start by marking out our insole from an already made sole, and you can see that on the marker. So you minus 0.3 inch round the original shape. So I have already done that, and I'm going to cut it into shape. And the marker we are using for this class is marker 10 millimeters. So I am done cutting the insole into shape. The next thing now is to place it on the marker again to cut for the other side of the foot. So you place it on the marker again and mark out the shape for the other side of the leg or foot. So after cutting them into shape, you sand the edges. You can use your filing machine to do that also. And this is our welt. The welt, the width is half inch. That's the width, and you can make it into 4 for it to go round. And then after that, after cutting your welt, you fold your insole. After folding your insole, you cut off the crease at the back of the insole. Then place the insoles on the marker 8 millimeters again, and then take the outlines. Make sure the outlines or the marker is large enough to occupy your welting, and then you apply your gum around the outlines and also on your welt. Remember, the welt is also marker 10 millimeters. You can also use 8 for this project if you can't get 10. Then use nails to hold the insole on the marker on these two sides. Then you start your welting. So where the first welt stopped at, you pick another one and start from that point too. Note that you can decide to cut your welt to be single if you have enough marker. You understand? So if you have enough marker, you can cut it to be single. Now at this point, you cut slightly after the other edge so that it can lap properly. Bend it over and then push it in so that it will be tight. And with that, we are done with the welting. Then cut it out and cut it into shape. You can actually add the marker that is the 10 millimeters mark hole. You can make it double if you want the height to be more than this. So just know that it is possible. Then after that, you go ahead and smooth the edges, sanding the edges. Then mark out your main sole from Marco 2 millimeters foreign. It is 2 millimeters foreign Marco. You can see that. Then right now let's sand the edges. So we are done sanding the edges, and you see here you have to give it some slight smoothing. It doesn't have to be sharp. You see it, give it a curvy grinding. So now let's measure the length, the total length of the sole, so that we'll know the length of leather we are going to cut out that will cover it round. So I'm throwing the tape around the sole, and we have gotten 28 inch. You can see that. So the length of the leather we're going to cut is going to be 28 inch. So we're going to do that, and then also we measure the width. The width is we're going to measure 2.5 inch. That's for the width, so that it can go on both sides. 2.5 inch. The length 28, depending on the size you are making. Note that. So let's cut out the leather. So this is our measurement. So right now we're going to stitch the two leathers together from the back. We're going to stitch it together from the back here. You understand? And later we'll turn it around. So let's go ahead and stitch it. So after stitching, you cut off the excess, and then you turn and wear it on the sole. Make sure it is tight on the sole. If it is not tight, go back and then add the stitching. That's reduce the length. So you have to force it on the sole. Make sure it is tight. If it is not tight, take it back to your sewing machine and reduce the length. And also note that the joint is going to be at the side here. You can see it. It is going to be at the side here. So once you are satisfied that it is very tight, you set it. Make sure the leather is equal on both sides. And then the next thing now is to apply our gum. We're going to do it one after the other. Firstly, we have to fold the upper, that's the top side of it, and then after that we turn to the back. You have to really take your time in the folding to get a neat finishing. So you take your time. You don't need to rush this process. Take your time, and while you were applying your gum, or while you are going to apply your gum, make sure you put it on the angles and also on the welt. You understand? So you take your time and do the folding. So after folding this side, the next thing is to apply gum on the under and also fold it. So let's do that. So we are done with the folding, you can see it. So we are going to cut off the crease and also remove the one inside. So we're going to do that later. So use your razor blade to cut along the line to remove the crease inside this part. So you can see how it looks. So we are done with this process. We are done with it. So right now place your main sole at the back. You see it is a bit larger than the sole. Then take it out and remove about 0.2 inch more from the size. So after that, you place it on the other side of the sole too and cut out the same shape. You see it, mark it out and then cut it out too. So you can see what we have. We are done with the whole process. If you have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I made this video because I got a lot of requests. I never prepared on making the video because I was planning on other videos, but due to the large request, I had to make this video so you too can do something better than this. So don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell icon to get updates, because more videos are still coming. I promise I'm going to be dropping videos this month for each of the weeks in this month. So I hope you're ready. Have a nice day, and see you in our next video.